be a standard takeoff. We'll be using Noise Abatement Departure Procedure 1. The departure will be an ATC assigned SID. We'll use flaps 5 for takeoff. As for anti-ice, it's not required. Engine bleeds will be on. Any flight deck crew member current, present, and awake. I'll call reject, confirm the auto brakes are operating and the speed brakes are deployed. If the auto brakes are not working, I'll apply maximum manual braking and maximum symmetrical reverse thrust and bring the aircraft to a complete stop on the runway. Below 400 feet are for you to silence the bells and confirm the failures. Above 400 feet, I'll call for the failure action drills as required, and you'll perform the memory items. At 800 feet, above field activation is complete. Any questions?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Glide slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
Parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clean.
Flaps 5.
Check.
Set parking brakes.
Takeoff flaps set. I'm ready for the checklist.
Before taxi checklist.
Generators.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass main removed.
On.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Isolation valves.
Auto.
Left
Engine
is
start
clear.
switches.
Right is
Continuous.
clear.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Engine start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flaps.
Flaps 5. Green light.
Stabilizer trim.
4.0 units.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Runway entry procedure, please.
Check. Clear on the approach. Ready to go.
Check.
V1. V1. Rotate.
Rotate.
V2.
Positive right.
Gear up.
Gear up. Gear up, lights out.
Argentina 1879, vertical public, a 136 millas de SeaWorld, al momento a 370 de nivel.
Argentina 18796, muy buenas tardes, transponder 1570.
Recibe transponder 1570, la Argentina 1879.
Pasando Publi, nivel de vuelo 37, verificar para descenso y previa llegada del grano 7 Charlie.
Recibido, notificamos para descenso y prevemos el grano 7 Charlie en la Argentina 1879.
La vertical también mantiendo 0 nivel, 248.
Correcto, es notifique para eso.
Vertical
Y volvemos para el descenso. Gracias.
Vertical también.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
Okay, we'll be arriving by ATC vectors. As for the approach, we can expect an ILS approach into our destination. Landing runway condition is dry.
Vamos a ver 2248, y aire 159, bueno arriba.
Auto brake will use level 1. Engine blades will be on. Decision height will be 220 feet. Any questions?
Estamos en
No
125,9.
Approach brief complete.
Gracias por su compañía, hasta la próxima.
0 feet. Recall. Checked. Auto brake. Level 1. Landing data. VREF. 1, 2, 3. Minimums.
Argentina 1879, autorizado descenso para 070.
Recibido descenso para 070.
Correcto, prueba de carta 1 y el S-Pista 13. El 6 al centro, sur 4714. Sur 4714, 6 a. Señor, nos encontramos a 2 millas de multa en condiciones de descenso. Sur 4714, autorizado el descenso para 060, previa carta 1 y el S-Pista 13. Sur 6196, buenas.
Buenas tardes, el Argentina 1879, al momento cruzando 247 de nivel a 40 millas de Mariano Moreno.
Argentina 1879, aire, buenas tardes, contacto radar, continúa el descenso para 060.
Continuamos el descenso para 060, el Argentina 1879.
Argentina 1879, a nivel 050.
Descendemos 050, el Argentina 1879.
Argentina 1879, prueba de Banar, autorizada aproximación ILS carta 1, del Aeroparque, QNH 1019, notificación.
Prueba Banar, carta número 1, pista 13, el Argentina 1879.
1,000 to go. Yes. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin's secure.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1. Cabin crew, take your seats. Glide slope alive.
Aire control, su 4714, notifica sobre el marcador externo. 84714, pista 13, el viento 140 grados, 15 nudos, autorizado a aterrizar. Recibido señal, copiado de condiciones.
Thousand to go.
Otro 714, aterrizó 24, llegando superficie 29, buenas tardes. Recibido, señor, liberando, contactamos con superficie, gracias por el control. Será hasta la próxima, segundo límite 4.
Approaching minimums.
Landing.
Check. Minimums.
One light slow. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Reverse green. Speed brakes out.
Argentina 1879, aterrizó 28, superficie 21.9, buenas tardes.
Okay to clean up.
Check.
Taxi light off.
I'm ready for shutdown.
Shutdown checklist.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Probe heat.
Off.
Hydraulic panel.
Set.
Flaps.
Up.
Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Off.
Shutdown checklist complete.